Let us end this. Fallen. Focus. Fallen.
See it? Is that battle meditation? That was a weird effect. Doo-doo. Hey PMD, what's up, buddy? Poland. All right, so I guess we're going into the main area here. Let's do it, man. Let's see what this place got. Let's see what it has to offer. Enclave sublevel. Enclave sublevel. All right, so we're doing this. Let's go in this way because I think we have to find some dude. What is my favorite trilogy besides the original? Awkward. Doki Cat with the 3 years, Silent Spark with the 3 years, Quasi Cool with the 2 years, and Rigged Reality with the 2 years as well. Thank you so much. What's my favorite trilogy besides the original? Let's go with Mass Effect. I like that trilogy. There's a few others. I'd have to think about them. Yeah. Oh, dude. The rudeness. Witcher. I like the Witcher trilogy for sure. Yeah, Matrix is pretty good. BioShock trilogy is fun. Love the BioShock trilogy. Dragon Age trilogy. Not one of my favorites. Dragon Age Origins is an 11 out of 10. Dragon Age 2 is like a 6 out of 10. And Dragon Age Inquisition is like a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Dragon Age Origins is one of the best RPGs ever made. But Dragon Age 2 was sloppy. And Dragon Age Inquisition is like Dragon Age arcade mode. So, yeah. That being said, I do want to do another run of Dragon Age Origins at some point in the future. Dragon Age 2 was rushed? Yes, it was. Dragon Age 2 was a very unfortunate example of crunch production that doesn't work out. Yeah. Really unfortunate. I'll never forget, like, Dragon Age 2 was the first game I played where I felt like the devs thought I was an idiot. That's not something I feel like too often. But when I entered the exact same map for the 4th time, and it was the 4th different name and lore that they had assigned for that map, I was like, you must just think I'm an idiot. Like what are you doing? Like, this is insulting to me. Like, this is the exact same map I've played 4 times now. You've told me it's 4 different distinct areas. No, like, come on, man. Sparrow McGee says, and people still loved it. I guess some people did, but I certainly didn't. Like, I thought it was whack as hell, man. It's one of the reasons that I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Age 2. I thought it was just frustrating. I mean, they changed nothing. They took the exact same map file and they made it the same place 3 or 4 times in a row. It was ludicrous, man. It was ludicrous. Should have been illegal. Mandalorian assault rifle. Oh, that sounds interesting. The Dark Souls trilogy. Oh, it's a great one. Yeah, DS trilogy's great. Dead Space. I'm actually a big fan of Dead Space. I know a lot of people think that it's kind of weird and crazy, but I'm actually a big fan of the Dead Space trilogy. All 3 of them. I like all 3 of them. Yep. I think I'm gonna play them again at some point in the future. I love that trilogy. A lot of people say Dead Space 3 was shit. I've played worse games. I'll say that. The Stalker trilogy, that's one of my favorites of all time. Stalker trilogy is amazing. That's probably in like my top 3 trilogies. Yeah. Oh, Metro trilogy. Metro trilogy is amazing. Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus. All 3 incredible games. Did I ever play Prey? Oh hell yeah, dude. Hell, I was wearing a Prey t-shirt yesterday. Yeah, I love Prey. Prey is a phenomenal game. Also, and man, it bugs me how under the radar this is. One of the best DLCs of all time in any game. Prey. Prey Moon Crash is one of the coolest DLCs I've ever seen in a game. I couldn't recommend it more. Like it is one of the best DLCs I've ever played. Super unique, super interesting, really well done. Like very unique. Just awesome. I loved it. Thought it was fantastic. Let's get our demo up a little bit, maybe. I need to figure out like what the max I need to make these skills are, because I feel like I'm dumping a lot of points into these that I just don't need to be. No, I never played the original Prey. Yeah, I never played the original Prey. I mean the Prey remake. Yeah, I'm talking specifically about the remake. I never played the original. Maybe one day. I can get the res. Force suppression? Maybe I should get this first Jedi. Yeah, maybe I should get this first Jedi. Force breach. I'm gonna get this first Jedi. I don't have this on anyone yet, so I'm gonna get that on Co. Oh, I got 2. Oh, that's right, because I'm a Jedi Master now. Nice. Okay. Hell yeah. Has Co ever played Deus Ex? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Deus Ex 1 is, if anyone ever asks me, like, what your favorite game of all time is, it's Deus Ex 1. That game had the biggest impact on me as a person. It showed me what gaming as a medium was capable of. And, yeah, that... For my entire life, Deus Ex 1 is probably my favorite game of all time. Boop. We do not talk about the Fallout debacle. I don't know what you're talking about, but it probably has something to do with 76. Oh, this is one of the corpses. Did I just like throw him in my backpack? Okay, that's a little awkward. Wasn't Moon Crash a standalone? It might have been. It might have been. I honestly don't know exactly how they did it. But I mean, essentially, it's a Prey DLC. I mean, it's an expansion for Prey. So it may be a standalone, but it's directly associated.
Let me handle this.
What about Invisible War? I heard that people that genuinely gave it a shot enjoyed it a lot. There are good things about Deus Ex Invisible War, but there's also some really bad things. So
asked for
it. A lot of Deus Ex fans say that Invisible War doesn't exist, and I understand why they say that. It did some really suspect stuff. But I mean, you know, I've played it. I enjoyed it. It's just, it's not even close to as good as Deus Ex 1. For those wondering, Deus Ex Invisible War, and we've talked about this a lot on this channel. Deus Ex Invisible War is a great example of something called simplification, where you take a game that is relatively complex and deep, and then in the next game you cut out a lot of the things that made it really interesting and deep. So for instance, like in Deus Ex Invisible War, which is Deus Ex 2, they got rid of ammo types. Every weapon in Deus Ex 2 uses the exact same ammo. They did away with most of the weapons. They completely shrunk the inventory. They reduced the scope of all of the interesting RPG elements that Deus Ex 1 had. It's very similar to what they did from Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition is a quarter of the game that Dragon Age Origins is. It's also the same thing that happened between Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. It's called Simplification. And unfortunately, it's a big problem in the game dev world. Because it turns what could be really amazing franchises into oversimplified, easier to consume in the general population arcade games. Do I mean Dragon Age 2? No, I mean Dragon Age Inquisition. Like and I know Desi Wolf is super pissed because his girlfriend is angry. Desi Wolf says, my girlfriend is super annoyed at you calling Inquisition arcade. It's very deep and has some great merits on its own. DAO is better, but Inquisition is not shallow arcadey. Dragon Age Inquisition is shallow and arcadey compared to Dragon Age Origins. If you take both those games and you look at all the mechanics, all the inventory items, all the ways to progress through the game, the character development, there is no question that Inquisition is so much more simplified. The combat system in Inquisition is an arcade game. It's an arcade game. You can literally one button win Dragon Age Inquisition. I did in my 100% run. So you can't do that in Origins. Hell no. It's impossible to do that in Origins. So I respect your girlfriend's opinion, and it's awesome when people love games and want to defend them, but I will respectfully disagree that it is not an arcade version of Dragon Age Origins. So that being said, we can still disagree and be friends. So that's fine. And I did like a lot of the plot and characters in DAI. I feel like if they took DAI and they put it in the DAO framework, it would be 5 times the game it is. Anyway, moving on. Datapad storage room. The journal was found near a gnawed clean skeleton of a salvager, the last entry of interest. I made it farther into the enclave than any other scavenger. I've discovered an untouched storage room. The computers in the power relay station should allow me to open the security door. Once I figure out how to sneak past the Lagrex that have made a nest there, I will leave Dantooine rich. Oh, also it's important to mention, DAI is an arcade game compared to DAO, but that doesn't mean that DAI is an arcade game in general. It feels arcadey, but it is a lot deeper than most arcade games. It's still an RPG. Like it's still a pretty like fun, interesting RPG. It's just not a fraction as deep as DAO, which is the comparison we're talking about now. Yeah, that's all. What does arcadey mean? Arcadey generally means more of a focus on action and less of a focus on strategy and tactics. That's what arcade means. Arcadey means like you're designed to kind of move through the game quickly with not a lot of thought or not a lot of actions. You know, you set your little party up and then you one button wonder your way through it, which is essentially what you do in Inquisition if you do it properly. I mean, in Inquisition on the hardest difficulties, all you do is you keep your shield up and you throw in some damage stuff whenever possible. Like I remember it being 2 buttons. Just put your barrier down and then do an attack. And then when the barrier goes up, you put your barrier down, then you do an attack. And you basically just like, that's the whole thing. Yeah. So now maybe that's changed since I played it. I played it when it came out, but yeah. Open storage room door.
What?
Security. What? Thank you, Dizzy Gunner. Appreciate that 1,000 cheer, my man. Thank you. Also, the thing that really killed DAI for me, while we're talking about this, and somebody just mentioned this in chat, the skill progression in DAI was just like, oh my god! Like I should say skill progression. Like the customization and progression in DAI was like my first RPG. Like it was so basic. Oh my god, it was so basic. Yeah, like oh man, it was very frustrating. Okay, I can't open the storage room control. I can access the work log, view pending. Anyway, that's enough about other games. I'm gonna focus on Coder for a while. I'm sorry, I got super distracted there. View the pending work log. The head technician, Durgar Chester. I'm here investigating complaints of the storage room door sticking shut following a recent mishap with a defective flaming protocol droid. My assistant Tarm will be on hand to open the door for me if I get stuck in the storage room. Uh-oh. Please verify the main computer's active. Okay. Local camera control storage. Oh, God. Is that the guy that got stuck inside? Awkward. Okay. Oh, we got something there. Whoa, that's a lot of droids. Can I do anything with those? Overload terminal. 30 seconds. Hey, Vinord. Oh, good time to mention, I'm super opinionated and most of my opinions are wrong. So if I ever say things you disagree with, that's fine. Like we can disagree. Like it's, you know, it's really whatever. Don't feel the need to convince me and I won't feel the need to convince you. You know? It's cool. I'm pretty dumb at the end of the day. So it's fine. Bag. Head technician. Oh, it is him. This is the work pad of Durgar Chester, the late head technician of the Jedi Enclave. There's a personal note written here. It's been a couple weeks and no one has come for me. I can only assume the Enclave was destroyed topside and now I'm buried alive in here. I've tried using the equipment in the storage room to hack, force weld, or blow that flaming security door open, but nothing I've tried works and now I'm running out of food. Man. What a crappy way to go. Okay, there's two on that side. Doesn't seem to be much in here yet, to be honest. Combat Enforcer. Is that a gun? 2 to 12, 28 range. Attack modifier -2. This powerful repeating blaster inflicts incredible pain and damage upon its victim, but is difficult to use effectively. Interesting. Okay. Oh, can I pick this up? No. Alright, I guess that's everything. Weird. Definitely expected more in there. Dismal Chan, awesome. Hey, the only manly. Well, thanks, dude. Nice of you to say, man. I have a feeling that Koh is going to be so disappointed when he starts Dragon Age Origin because it really sounds like he romanticized it in his memories. Actually, it's funny you say that. I have played Dragon Age Origins on stream since I've been streaming. Like way back in the day. And I absolutely loved it. So, I have played it in recent memory. The reason I want to play it again is because when I played it 3-4 years ago, I didn't have a YouTube guy at that time. We lost all the VODs. So I want to play it again for YouTube because I don't have a playthrough here on YouTube. But yeah, I actually have played it recently, and it really holds up. It really holds up. Yeah. I had a great time when I played it. I'm looking forward to playing it again. Tracy says Code's just doing it for the view.
This won't take long.
Oh yeah, you know that thriving Dragon Age Origins Twitch community. Oh yeah. Just like Coder 2. I mean, just look at all the people streaming Coder 2 right now, man. I mean, I really only do it for the views at the end of the day.
Take them down.
Fallen.
Ooh. And what's in here? Hey, Saku! For you in the mods, love you all and everyone in chat. You're awesome and beautiful people all around the world from our buddy Saku. 60 months from Effin Zombie with the 5 years. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate your support. Revan with that 10 gift bomb. GW with the 1 gift bomb. Ire Geek, Tenard, Take Me River, William Wall, GW Kagome Fantasy. Thank you all for your sub as well. Also, what's up, Alex? I see you in there, man. Hope Temtem's going well for you, dude. Yep. There's a lot of power stuff in here. Barondu Sage Robe. Okay. What is this? Wisdom +4. Yoink. Bowdur, you're getting my other robe. Oh, wait. You cannot equip Bowdur? Bowdur can't wear robes? Oh. It's because of the horns, isn't it? It's because of the horns. Okay. Oh, because of the arm. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I'm not a hornist. Whoa. Zason Shah warrior armor. What are you? Oh, dude. Defense bonus 5. That doesn't restrict force powers. That's actually really good, too. What are you wearing, girl? Okay, you're going to wear the Barondu Sage robe, and then you are wearing Barondu Novice robe. Okay, so let's give you the... Oh. Oh, requires light armor proficiency, and she doesn't have that. Well, you know, we can do this then.
Yeah?
I mean, Ko takes more hits anyway. So we could do the warrior armor on Ko. Looking good, looking good. It always bugs me that your lightsabers don't light you up. But then that would be really advanced for this time anyway. And then we'll give her the really nice robe. Yeah, +4 wisdom for her. Her wisdom must be nuts now. 27. Okay. RTX on, that's right, that's right. RTX on. All right, computer panel. What you gotta say, boy? Fix the computer terminal. Oh. Overload terminal, I guess? 20 seconds? Uh-oh. I don't know why I'm blowing this up, but apparently this is happening. Are all these gonna explode? Uh-oh. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Nope. So about that master heal. Okay. My bad, dudes. My bad. That's my bad. That's definitely my bad. Remote just died? Does he come back to life or is he dead forever? How does that work?
What?
What? Snow Dragon with the 300 cheer. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hold on, can I do this? You are unable to change your party this time. Oh my God. Wait. How does this work? I'm gonna reload and I don't want my little man to die. I didn't even know he could die. I didn't think he could. Come over here. Run, run, run! That's remote for those wondering. We did set it off, right? Okay, great.
Fallen.
To the best of my knowledge, that's the only way he can die in the whole game. Oh!
Take him down.
Really? Oh my.
Let us end this.
Okay. You good talk? And Ko found it. I know, right? I know. I found the one way that we could get that little guy killed. Oh my lord. Hey, thanks whoever bought the beanie. Really appreciate that. By the way, guys, there's only like 250 beanies left if you want to get a beanie. The sale is up for the next 2 weeks, but if it sells out, then that would be unfortunate. But yeah, the beanie sale is up, and co.tv/beanie if you want more info. Boop. There, this is the way. All right, who is this guy? A disciple?
Your arrival is fortunate. I was just running out of food supplies and wondering what Lagrek meat would taste like.
Who are you?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic and a self-styled disciple of knowledge. If I may ask, what brings you to these ruins?
Why are there a pile of corpses behind you? I'm searching for a Jedi. Wait, you look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
Okay. Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work.
This
Something
voice
that we
sounds really
cannot
familiar.
see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why does this voice sound so familiar? Is that Cullen's voice? Is that what it is? Oh. Okay, okay. Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such
Matt
things,
Mercer.
since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
But the Jedi have protected the galaxy for centuries. They seek peace, often through sacrifice.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords
Exar
during the
Kun.
Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed.
To prove my power in the Force, simply gaze upon these epic teeth. Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
Wait. How? Okay. Do you blame the Jedi who turned or the Council?
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council
thank you, Nuriel.
trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
Revan and Malak would have received the same training as I did. Do you know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order.
Revan and Malak would have received the same training as I did.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Go on.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan
He's
had
Cullen? Yeah, I
amassed
know,
the
Nuriel said
forces
that earlier.
arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak.
Convince
Perhaps
Revan.
in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions.
Oh my lord. I want to see this. Hold on.
Revan, it is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best
So maybe
leave the Order.
maybe that's Kreia?
I am not certain you understand. Revan was captured in the Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial.
Yep.
As I understand it,
Yep.
Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation.
Okay. Okay.
What else?
Why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the
Jasper
troubles
Fell.
of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against outer rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Why are the Jedi Order important?
The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many who they serve as an example. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe that might
Hey,
be
Fat
possible.
Halbert. Hey, Clueless.
Despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a vital role.
I want to talk about something else.
What else?
Talking about the Republic?
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the
Hey,
moment.
Notorious.
Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time.
By the way, one person just bought a shirt, a beanie, a sticker, a mouse pad, and then another beanie. Whoever that was, thanks, dude. Really appreciate it.